Hi guys, are you ready for sketch number 4 in the Cardz TV Card Kit and Kaboodle series? Cause here it is. This is Mary and you're watching Cardz TV, and today we're going to use this sketch to make a landscape style card, but you could turn it this way and use it as a portrait style card as well. And of course you can change it up and put a square, a rectangle, a circle, a shape, whatever you'd like right here. So we'll be using the George and basic shapes to cut our ovals, but if you don't have George, you can find ovals in lots of different Cricut cartridges. You can use punches, you can use dies, whatever you'd like. And we'll also be using Create a Critter. And for the sentiment on the front of our card, we're going to use the Cardz TV Think Spring stamp set. We'll be using If Friends Were Flowers, I'd Pick You. And for the inside of our card, we're going to use Cardz TV Bigger Everyday Sayings, and we'll stamp Thinking of You. So let's get started on sketch number 4. Okay, I've got my sketch here, and it's got all the measurements for each piece that you cut for this particular sketch. And just like with the other 3 sketches, you can go to my blog, cardzdtv.blogspot.com. You can right-click on the sketch that you'll find there and click Save As, and then just give it a file name and save it on your computer wherever you save your photographs. And then you'll have it to print out or to refer to when you're making your card kits. Now I've got a kit today. This is a simple sketch and a simple little card, but I think it's going to be really pretty. Now I've gone ahead, got my kit in the envelope, ready to go. And all my pieces have been cut and put inside my card base. And you can see I've used my favorite color, purple. And I went ahead and stamped Thinking of You on the inside because it's easier to stamp that in the beginning before you get all your pieces on the front. So this is going to be a landscape style card. It's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 when folded. And we've got just a few pieces for this card. We've got a plum colored mat. And if I look at my sketch, this tells me that this mat is 3 3/4 by 5. We have this cute little light and, well, not dark, medium lavender polka dot mat. Looking at the sketch, this is 3 1/2 by 4 3/4. We're going to layer these together on the front of the card. We'll go ahead and do that. Here's our card base, and I like this because we've got a nice white border or frame around our plum and lavender mats. Now, when you look at the sketch, you can see that the next thing that we have is a border that goes across here. And this is 3/4 of an inch by 4 3/4. I went ahead and cut that out of some more of that plum cardstock, but I decided to fishtail the ends and make it like a banner. And I'm going to add that right there to the center. See how quick and easy this card goes together? And when you've got it all cut out and in a kit, it really goes fast. I'm going to line this up and try to center this as best I can. The polka dots kind of help me a little bit. There we go. I think that looks good. Whoops. I'm not going to press it down too hard until I'm sure it's straight. That looks pretty good. Now, here are my 2 ovals, and I used the George cartridge, but as I said, you can find ovals in lots of places. Punches, other Cricut cartridges, dies. I went to page 114, and I've cut the oval that's in the George cartridge, and it also has a shadow. So I've cut the shadow out, and I've cut the white sentiment mat out, and I ran that through my Cuttlebug Swiss Dots embossing folder. I stamped it first before I ran it through the Cuttlebug, and I used that Cardz TV Think Spring set and put "If Friends Were Flowers, I'd Pick You," and I've put it over to the side because I'm going to put my little bunch of flowers on here too. Now, on the sketch, it will say large oval 3 3/4 by 2 1/2. Then the sentiment oval will be 3 1/2 by 2 1/4. But I did go ahead and cut these, I think, at 3 1/2, the shadow and the sentiment mat. But I'll have all that listed for you at the end of this video. So I'm going to go ahead and put my plum colored mat down, and I want to pop this one up on top of that one just to give a little dimension and a little interest. But this is going down flat, and I'm flipping it over because this plum colored cardstock has lots of texture to it. I got my 2 ovals adhered down. The plum colored one is flat, and then the white sentiment oval is on some foam tape, so it's popped up a little bit. I really like all the texture and the height that you get on your card. Now, next we're going to add a little bunch of flowers, and you'll find those on page 69 in Create a Critter. You cut the back of your flowers out of green, and then the actual flower part, you would hit Shift and Accessory and do whatever you'd like for yours. Mine, I used a pretty green, and then the tops of my flowers are this same polka dot. And I've got this on some foam tape, and I'm just going to add this right here. There's lots of cute little flowers in the Create a Critter cartridge, so take a look at it, guys. That's so pretty. Now, I think it needs some of these lavender pearls. I got these from Michael's, and these are Recollections pearls. And I'm just going to put a few in the corners. I think this turned out really pretty, and it was so quick and simple to make. Such a pretty card using sketch number 4. Now, this is the first in the kits. Next time we're going to do one going this way, or maybe we'll do one going this way. I don't know. But that's what I like about this one. It's a little bit more versatile. You can move your sentiment around, do like I did, and just go ahead and put it on the oval instead of down here, and then you can add some embellishments. Just lots of things you can do with this sketch. So here we have it. If friends were flowers, I'd pick you. And on the inside, thinking of you. I think it turned out really pretty. Thanks so much for coming by today, guys. I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I hope you're enjoying this sketch series. I'm having lots of fun, and I'm really building up my stash of cards again. So I'll see you again soon with another card. Bye now.